gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for you. Won't you let the light shine through?
Good morning, hello. Let me turn this music down. There we go. Hello, good morning. Whew. Boop, 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 boop. Aloha. Turn this down a little touch more. There we go. We're gonna crochet today, finally. We were meant to crochet yesterday, but we did Terraria instead. I kind of wanted to play Terraria again today, but I thought it'd be good and crochet. I didn't crochet yesterday because we were waiting for some stuff. We're still waiting for that stuff. I actually haven't ordered it because I suck. So yes, we're making hair bows today because I've been making a lot of them, and hopefully eventually I need to get rid of that. They're going to be going up on my Etsy shop when I sort that out, so that's very, very exciting. So because my children obviously love hair bows as well and like to pinch them, I have to constantly make more because they see them, go, oh, I want that one, and take it. So I need to make sure that I have a lot. So there's a couple of different styles that I've been making recently. I'll show you some. That is these ones. We're probably going to make today, to be fair. Grab a couple. So there's these ones that are kind of like, they've been a bit squished because they've been in the box. They're two-toned kind of ones, so you have two different colours. They're really cute, they're kind of mermaidy. It's a shell pattern. Turn those into bows. These are quite big ones. And then then we make these little ones as well, that are just half double crocheted in the back loop, so you get kind of a little ridge. Thank you, Mumby and Ted. Good morning. How are you? So these little ones are the other ones that I make as well. Although I have some cute ones. Here they are. Like these ones. I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I'm doing really, really good today. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'll leave those there. I've also got kind of all the different other colours, but yeah, we're going to make, I started making this one last night and I figured we'll finish it and just make some more, because like I say, these get pinched all the time by my children. So, as in like this Friday just gone, I said to my stepdaughter when she came, because she's not been for a couple of weekends, I said, if you want any of these new bows, take them now before I put them on the shop, because obviously once they're on there you can't have them. So I had a few hung up that I'd had the last couple of clips that I had left, because none of these have clips on because I've run out. That's what the order that I'm waiting for. And they had little embellishments in the middle as well. Some will, some won't, but these ones did. And she was like, okay. And there was like 5 or 6 on there, and she was just like, well, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one, and she took all of them. So I have them hung up. So like I have 2 bow holders. One is the bows that I've made so that they kind of stay flat and nice, not like these that are just in a bag. Hi Super Clopaz, how are you? I'm great, thank you. I'm doing really good today. How are you doing? Yeah, so I have one on one side of my set of shelves that has like the bows that I've made to keep them all nice and straight, and then on the other side is my daughter's hair bows for school and stuff. and now mine is empty because she has pinched all of them and took them home with her. And then she was like, well, my friends really like your hair bows, so can I take some for them? I was like, yes, of course you can. She was like, okay, these are for me, this one's for so-and-so, this one's for so-and-so, this one's for so-and-so. I was like, right, okay, that's fine. And she was like, well, can you also make me some more in the school colours because everybody really liked them? I was like, yes. And then also, can you make one of these but make it into a unicorn because my friend really wants a unicorn? Yes, just write it down. I don't mind. I love doing them. It just makes me laugh because I only see, like, I talk to her in the week, but not normally about crochet stuff. So when I see her on the weekend, when she comes on a Friday and I show her all the stuff, she's like, well, I'm going to need one of those. Like, okay, write it on the list. That's why, like, must crochet. You're doing well, good. I am glad. I know, to be fair, it's been a while since I've crocheted. We've been playing a lot of Terraria. I actually played some in my spare time yesterday. So the only game at the moment that I really play when I'm not streaming is RuneScape. I don't really play any of the games. I don't really have any motivation to, but I really wanted to play Terraria last night, so I loaded it up, got it all set up on my PC. I just sat and played it for hours. It was so much fun. I just wish I had someone to play with. Well, it was really, really fun. You can probably hear me drink. That's so disgusting. I apologise. It was like the biggest gulp in the world. Oh my god, I'm a fish. But I'm glad you're doing well. It's a happy Tuesday. I got confused and thought it was Wednesday today. And I've been getting up really early. Like a good hour before my alarm goes off. I've not been going to bed too much earlier. But yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really fun. Not fun getting up early. It's been nice. Because I just haven't been that tired. So it's been nice having that little extra time in the morning. It's given me a bit of Terraria looks so cute. It does. I have it. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this when I first streamed it the other week. But I have Terraria on the PC and I have it on the Xbox. So we bought it on the PC kind of when it first came out. And I never really got into it at all. At that point I was big into Minecraft and I think I'd just got Starbound as well, so I was playing a lot of Starbound and I was like, oh, I just don't get it. So then we have an old Xbox 360 and there's a shop in town called CEX that sells like second-hand games and stuff quite cheap, so they had Terraria in there and one weekend the girls asked for it, my daughter and stepdaughter, so we grabbed it for them because it wasn't a lot of money and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. So we grabbed Terraria, and I played it a little bit I played it more on the Xbox, well I did up until this point. I played it quite a lot on the Xbox and I really enjoyed it, and the girls like playing it because they can play it together. And that was it, I just never kind of loaded it up on the PC again. And then, I don't know what made me play it the other day. I was undecided as to whether to play, I think it was Terraria, Starbound, or They Are Billions, the zombie game, which we haven't played in a while either. Or we could have played Darkest Dungeon. And I don't know why, I just wanted to play Terraria. And I've loved it. Absolutely loved it since. I'm already looking at mods and stuff, which is crazy. Like, I haven't even defeated one boss in the base game of Terraria yet. And I'm already looking at like, so, what mods can I get? But no, I'm really enjoying it. The problem I have is that I will play a game. I know I love CEX. It's so cool. It's so good. I got my daughter suddenly got this obsession with Scooby-Doo, and they had all like the Scooby-Doo movies and series in there for like £1 a DVD. So I was like, go wild, kid. She thought it was brilliant. But yeah, the thing that I do unfortunately is I'll play a game to death for like a couple of weeks or months, and then I burn out on it and I don't play it again for ages. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with that. So that's why, like, you know, They Are Billions, I'll play it every stream for like a week and then I won't play it again for like 2 months, which is difficult because, you know, when people come to the stream because of a game that I've played, some people will come and hang out, whatever I do, whether it's like, you know, and they'll do it with other streamers too, you know, whatever you play, they will come and see you because they come for you. But some people do just come for certain games. And then I feel bad because, like, you know, some people came when I was playing Warframe a lot, and then I've just never played that again. So I feel a bit bad when that happens. But people are more than welcome to unfollow me. Because, you know, I am the same. Sometimes, like, I will only watch... Like, I get in, it's not that I'll only watch a person. I get in a mood for a game. And I'm like, ooh, I just want to watch... It's like at the moment, I'm only watching Terraria Let's Play on YouTube. And I'm like, I don't want to watch anything else. So I totally understand. I just feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I don't fancy playing that yet. We're definitely a very, very varied stream. This is a very... If you can get, like, a variety stream, that's probably my stream, because we do crafts and games, and I don't just play one game. It is any game under the sun, pretty much, I will play, so... Oh, God. My sister's just messaged me saying, breaking news! What? Oh. Oh, she's so funny. I thought something had happened. Nope. 2, 3, 4, 5. But I hope people had you had a good weekend. You had a not so manic Monday yesterday. A meh Monday. Hopefully it was okay. Ours was alright. The weather was glorious on Saturday. We went shopping and stuff. And bought new yarn and notebooks that I didn't need, but I love. I have a thing for stationery. Oh my god, I love it. I have so many notebooks, and I daren't write in them in case, like, what if I mess up? What if I decide I don't want to use the notebook for that particular purpose, and then I'm left with a page? I can't just cut it out, because then you end up with a thing on the inside on the edge. It just makes no sense. I've done that to I had a glittery notebook that I turned into like my bullet journal, and then I stopped doing that and I was like, oh, I can use it for subs, and I cut the pages out and it looks awful, and now I don't use it for subs. And I love that notebook because it's like purple and glittery, and I just can't use it. Can't bring myself to do anything with it. I'm like, I messed it up. I mean, I could buy another one, but that just seems like a waste. So I'm going to have to figure out some creative way to kind of fix the inside. But yeah, so we did that, and then Sunday was a little bit cooler, and then every day this week it's been pretty cold. To be honest, it rained yesterday, but it's April. That's what I kind of expect. A couple of nice days, a couple of rainy days. You know, April showers and all of that, so yeah, it's been pretty nice. Oh. See, the only problem with this is because you're doing shells, sometimes the first double crochet of the shell ends up with a huge loop here, and that drives me insane. And it's difficult on the last row because, so we start with blue, the bluey greeny colour. You end up doing 4 rows of the second colour, so the pink will have 4 of these shells. You'll end up with 3 of these, and then you do a row like this to kind of level it out, so it's a levelling row. And when you're doing that on ones where they've got like big holes, I mean, you can't really see it, I don't think. No, it's not too noticeable when the bow's actually put together. But when you're crocheting it, you end up with like putting the stitch in this big hole, and it doesn't look very good. But thankfully you can't see it when the bow's actually all jimmied up. Thank God. Because that was what was worrying me. Do 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 do. Right. something I do need to do is write a blog post. So normally I write blog posts every Wednesday and do like a work in progress Wednesday and show what I've been working on that week. But I've had some problems with my little laptop thing. The mouse doesn't work if it's plugged in charging, and the charger just gets really hot anyway, so I'm a bit worried to just kind of leave it on, and the battery doesn't last long and all this stuff. So that's normally where what I would use to kind of just sit on the sofa and write the blog post out. And then I did have the app on my phone so I could attach the pictures straight from my phone. But I got rid of it because I needed the space. So I've been quite slack on that front, and I don't want to be, because it's you know, as much as people would like to read them, it's also a record for me of the stuff I've done and achieved. So I like to keep on top of it, so then I can see how you know, things that I'm doing have improved, or what I've been up to, or you know, how many things I've actually made this year. So I need to get back into writing that again. It's just tough. It shouldn't be, because it goes out on a Wednesday, but I like to get it out on a Wednesday morning, and Wednesday is kind of like my day off from streaming, so I don't really want to spend the morning writing. What I normally do is I will add to it throughout the week as I make stuff, and then it's ready to go. But as I say, my laptop thingy is a bit broken, so I haven't been able to do that, but I really need to get on top of it and get it done, because I love writing it. And I have a few different post ideas I want to do. I've got quite a few in drafts that I need to do, and over there I've got a couple of, oh god, my phone is going absolutely crazy. Over there I've got a couple of crochet patterns that I've written myself. So there's one for a crochet pin cushion that you put on your wrist, and then there's one for a mini bow. Yeah, I definitely need to make some of those mini bows to go on the shop as well, because I need to look at how Etsy works, because I'm wondering whether I need to put on items like, say, the hair bows, for example. These are all the same style, they're just different colours. So can I put them, I'm hoping that what I can do is put them all under one listing, and then people like either pick the colour, or there's a section where they can write and tell me what colours they want. Or I can have, like I say, some colour options for people to pick, rather than having to put every colour option as its separate post. That's what I'm hoping. I think I've not really looked on Etsy too much, so I need to have a better look. And it's the same with these. Like, this is made with variated yarn, so each of these that I make is going to be different. So those ones I can probably definitely put under one post and just say, you know, it's made using this type of yarn, so every bow's colour will be slightly different. And this is a different variated yarn. This is just pink, so you can have drop downs and different variations. Good. I thought you could. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I need to get on it and set it up. For 5. My problem is, what do I call it? That's my biggest problem right now. What I've been trying to think of something to call it, because I'm like, everything's kind of under Samphoria. So do I call it Samphoria? Or what I would like is maybe call it something a little bit different and have its own kind of like shop name. It's like such and such by Samphoria, you know. So then it's not just about, you know, it's not just my name. But I don't know. I haven't decided, because I've seen a few. I've looked at a few. So like, someone that I follow has a name on Twitch, but then their Etsy shop is called something like Hanging from the Moon or something like that. Like, it's completely different, and I quite like the idea of that. 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Yeah, it is. It's something like that. I don't think that's quite the wording, but it's something to do with the moon. And I really, really liked it. And I was like, oh, that's a cool way of doing it. Because, like, you kind of, when you first set up, you know, I started doing YouTube, and you kind of make everything exactly the same name so that people can find you everywhere. But I feel like with this, it's different. So, because I follow people on Instagram and stuff that have Facebooks and things, and their shop name is the same as their name. But that's probably because they made like the Etsy shop first rather than like an online persona, which is kind of what you do when you make YouTube and Twitter and stuff. So yeah, because then I'm like, well, do I? It just depends on what happens. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with it. It might go nowhere. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I can always change the shop name, can't I? So, because I think at the moment it's called Samphoria. No, I haven't created an actual shop, but I think I signed up with the name Samphoria. So it's going to be something to think about. It's something that I definitely want to think about. But yeah. Sorry. My sister's just setting my phone on fire. Telling me all these funny things. Yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about, but I don't know what I'd call it, because there's a couple of different names that I've been toying around with. The problem is that because I don't like, you know, I'd like quite a generic name. Like I wouldn't want to be, you know, like Crochet by Sam or something like that, because I might do other stuff other than just crochet. You know, I've done some perler bead stuff, we've done some knitted stuff, we've done all kinds of different stuff, so I wouldn't want that to just be like that. Or like, you know, Sam's bows or something, because I'm not just going to do bows. So yeah, I always find this is the hard thing. Even playing things like when we did Terraria yesterday, you know, creating the character, making the person's name. Oh my god, the amount of times that I have on World of Warcraft made a character and spent longer freaking trying to come up with a name. Like, I found online elf name generators and all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, meh. So yeah, I want to think of a different thing. Lilac, hi lovely, thank you for the host. I haven't updated it. Stop it, no. Oh, always calling me out. How you doing, lovely lady? Good morning. How you doing? So yeah, thinking of a different name for the shop, I think would be beneficial. Most definitely, because I want to start doing craft fairs and stuff as well, but I don't want to do them as Samphoria. That's just my online name, so I need like a name almost to do those under, you know. And now I'm a slacker. Joke of the week. Or as Zia said, joke of the month. You hate doing craft fairs? Oh no! 3, 4. Why do you hate doing craft fairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hate people. Oh. That's fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm glad you're doing good, Lilac. What are you up to today, my love? Oh my god, I spent hours last night playing Terraria. Not on this PC, I played it on my PC. I loaded it up and obviously it had like no saves or anything. So I've got 2 worlds, because the first world that I loaded up had the Crimson. And I was like, you know, I like the world with the Crimson, but I would like one with Corruption too. So I made another world and that has Corruption. So I'm playing on the Corruption one at the moment, and I've like built this house and I'm next to this giant tree. It's yeah, becoming a thing. Hi Dino! Hello Creative Dino, how are you doing today? Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or good time zone. It is so addictive. It is. And I was like, Nathan was laughing because I was playing Terraria on one screen and watching a Terraria Let's Play on the other screen. He's like, what are you doing? It's like, nursing. He just looked at me and was like, I'm going to bed. Good, good. I'm doing great, thank you. I am doing fantastic. I retweeted your tweet. I retweeted your retweet. I retweeted. I have it popped up here. If anyone wants to tweet out the stream, by the way, you can do !CTT to get a click to tweet link. You can just click that and tweet out the stream. You can also join the Discord. You can find the link by doing !Discord. I retweeted your your emote commission sheet. Is that what you've been doing? Ah. Very cool. Very cool. The dab one is still one of my favourites. I love that one. It's so cool. If you guys haven't, make sure you go and check out Lilac. Not only is she an awesome streamer and my very best friend, she also does emotes. Her commissions are open and they're fabulous. She's done our emotes, our floof and our love heart and all that good stuff. So Amelie, thank you for the host. So make sure you go and check her out. Let me throw some Discord. Lilac, she has her own thing. There we go. Oh, you're back in the dungeon today. These are the earrings that I had on. They are flamingos. I actually slept in them. I have not worn earrings properly in a long time. No worries, Dino. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you very much for coming and saying hi and lurking with us. Yeah, I haven't worn earrings in a long time, so I got some studs and I've been trying to wear them. I even slept in those, and I have not slept in earrings in a long time. Oh, my sister's having crumpets. That's so not fair. Her breaking news. Breaking news! I used to wear huge hoops when I was younger. In like my teen years. Oh, I loved it. The problem I have is, so I have my ears, like I have the 2 ear piercings. So I have the ones at the front, the normal ones, and then I have a piercing behind them. And the ones at the back are fine. The ones at the front, kind of like your normal placed ear piercing places. One of them on one side's healed up, so I have 3 holes. So I have to wear I wear like pairs of earrings in the back, and then just one stud in one on the front. So it looks a bit strange when I wear like hoops further back. So I just haven't worn them in ages because it just got infected and then re-healed up. I need to go and get it re-pierced, really. Re-pierced, really. I just haven't had a chance to go and do it. So now I've got some studs to wear in the back ones and it doesn't look as crazy. Although I have the most amazing earrings. Let me show you. So my mum got me these, like, where's the other one? Like 15, honestly it feels like forever ago. When I was like 15, my mum got me these for Christmas one year and I still have them. I think they were from someone on Etsy. But they are little flump marshmallow dangly earrings, and I had these on the other day and I love them. My daughter always, when I say to her, pick me some earrings, she always picks these. They're little twisty flump earrings. Yeah, they're flumps, they're so cute. So I actually wore these Because obviously, like I say, I've got to wear them in my second holes, and it didn't look too crazy. So, but yes, little flumps. They're so cute. Hi Daniel, how are you, my love? How are you doing? Yeah, just dangly flumps. I love crumpets too. I had to have toast this morning. Boo. Yeah, they're super cute. I found them out. Like I say, she got me them when I must have been like 15 or so. So that was like 10 years ago now. And I kept them in my drawer. I've just not worn them. And then, I said to Olabella Boo, go and pick Mummy some earrings. She's like, oh, these ones. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Daniel. Glad to hear it. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can get rid of the pink, because this is the last row of pink. So we'll pop that through there. Give it a snip. Go. So now we do a double crochet. So this is like the end row to level it out so that it's flat like this end and not wavy. So we do a double, a half double, 3 singles, 2, 3, another half double, and then you just do it again. Double, half double, 3 singles, half double. It gives it a nice straight line. This is what I mean about the first hole being huge. You end up with this like big hole there, but it does go away when you make the bow and the yarn's kind of settled and stretched itself and done its yarny things. Yeah, I definitely want some more cute earrings. Definitely. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Hi Joseph, how you doing? Good morning. I have no idea what that could possibly be, apart from there's one doctor in California who's got 3 siblings and a cat that waits for cats. And this is where you tell me, oh, I didn't mean to actually post it in here. How are you doing? It's another language, crochet language. You look like a crazy person mumbling to yourself all the time, but that is my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have noticed, and I've explained this before, but I will randomly start counting on a row where I am not actually counting, because it's just like single crochets and I am doing no counting whatsoever. Halfway through the row, from somewhere inside my brain just starts going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? It's that ingrained into me to count. I'm just like, yep, 7, 8, 9. I'm like, I'm not 9 stitches along. Who knows where I am? I don't know, but my brain's having a great time just counting nothing. 3, There we go. I'll tie that off. Give it a loop. Give me some yarn, please. Snip. Hi, Wolfman. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Normally I hate doing colour change stuff because I hate having to like cut off and, you know, cut off the yarn and add in another one and tie it all up and leaving all the ends. But with this one, you can carry the yarn and it just leaves this tiny little line inside because obviously the rows are pretty close together, so that's nice. Makes them super quick and easy. Move those earrings out of the way. We need a needle. How you doing, Wolfman? I hope you're having a tip-top Tuesday. A tip-top Tuesday. My gosh, who am I? Warm yesterday and today. Oh, nice. It's been pretty cold here, actually. We had a glorious Saturday, a glorious weekend, and then it's rained. It rained yesterday around tea time. It's been pretty cold. We've had to wear coats on the school run, so. Whereas last week, I was in a cardigan. I know. Stop the press. Oh. One, and I always keep all my yarn scraps because I use them to stuff things, fill things, do tiny little embroidery things if they're a bit longer. Can always find a use for something. I have a lovely colourful jar. How do you spot a blind man in a naked crowd? It's not that hard. I don't know, where did that joke come from? I didn't add that one. Oh, it's not that hot. God, that's a rude joke. Rude. I don't know who added that. They're rude. Oh, so it's not about cats. Oh. Cinnamon sugar toasty, sprinkles brown sugar, 1 dash of cinnamon, and chamomile tea with cream. Very nice. Very nice. I had a cup of tea, which I've half finished, but didn't finish all of it because I started streaming instead. And then a couple of pieces of toast with just some butter on because we've run out of jam. Which makes me sad and I have no money for jam. So, jam will have to wait. There we go. And then let's shoot this on the end. Oh, come back. And then we pop that there, pinch it up, wrap it around. Try and keep the yarn even so that it looks okay. That'll do. Poke it through the back. Poke it again, but you're going through the loop to make a knot. It doesn't really matter because this is all going to be hidden by a hair clip. And then I just sew through underneath a few times just to make sure it's in there. Roland! The code. It's the code for a delicious breakfast. I'm great, thank you, Wolfman. I am really good today. I'm feeling really good. Anxiety's been a bit of a pain in the butt, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Hi, GUI bro? GUI bro? GUI bro? I'm sorry I butchered your name. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? So you like a piece like this I would keep because then I can use it to like if I wanted to embroider something. It's quite nice and long. These will just become stuffing in something else. And there we go. One little hair bow. Very cool. There we go. So we need to make another one now because this is what I spend my evenings doing, making hundreds of hair bows. Now, thank you. I appreciate that. Try and make stuff cute. Normally things have mustaches and eyebrows and top hats. Do we make one of these this time? What should we make next? You guys can pick. One of these bows or one of these bows? One or two? Because I have loads of different colours to make these. And I have some new yarn to make these ones, so we can have a look at that. I'll bring it. So pretty. So pretty. Come on, bag of yarn. Number one. We can make another number one. So these are using this twinkle yarn, and I got some new kinds today, the other day. So this is one with like blue and pinks. And then this is the other one, which is like a pale pink with blues and purples, which is pretty cool. I think these will make really cute little ones. So we'll try one of those. Yes, and they're sparkly. I mean, of course. Very sparkly. So which one shall we use? The baby pink and purple or the white and blue? White and blue, baby pink and purple. I know the light isn't great. I'm trying to hide it with my arm. There we go. That's a bit better. I'll use my giant arm to block out the sun. Baby pink and purple. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got kind of bluey, greeny colour in it as well. And a bit of pink. And a bit of yellow, I think. It's very pretty. One. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I got all different kinds. This is another one that I got. This one's really pretty. That one's not sparkly. My stepdaughter chose that one. And then I have a bag just filled with like blues, greens, pinks and purples is what I picked up. So these can kind of be a bit more mermaidy. Right, let's go. This yarn is so freaking soft because it's the baby stuff. Oh, it's glorious. What is it? Let's have a look. Baby Twinkle DK. 4mm needles. They never show you what hooks to use, but I guess it's the same. Very pretty. No worries, Lilac. My love. No worries, Mommy and Ted. Enjoy your shower. Have a lovely look. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out and lurking with us. I'm going to use a 4mm hook, I think. 4mm hook. Yeah, this yarn's a bit thicker. We'll use a 4mm hook. So pretty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, whoop, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 51. Figured I'd stop by before I go to sleep. No worries. Thank you very much, as always, for coming and saying hi. Whether people pop in for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or 10 years. I love all of you, and I thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate that you want to come and spend some time here, so thank you very much. You tip your hat. Like, hang on. I need to make a tiny pot. Well, I have a tiny pot. It's packaged up, ready to go. Very tiny Sir Mew tips his hat to you, good sir. I hope you have a fabulous day. Have a good sleep. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much for coming and saying hi and hanging out with us today. This is Mew. He's a glorious sir. Hang out there now. We've got a Pokemon gang. You had a weird dream earlier. Wolfman, what about? Tell us about your dream. What happened? Oh, Dakota, thank you for the host, by the way. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. I suck. So the Mew is part of a kind of set, I guess. Lilac made the normal Mew, the pink one. This is a shiny Mew because I didn't have any pink. That's the only reason why. And then most of the creations that we make end up with mustaches or eyebrows. So he ended up with a mustache, which evolved into a mustache and a bow tie. Then I said, oh, he needs a top hat. So we made him a tiny top hat, which fit on his ear perfect somehow. And then he needed a flower because Lilac made her pink Mew a little skirt. So she's Mrs. Mew. And this is Mr. Mew. So he's got her a little flower. But yes, they all end up with, you don't just get a Mew here. You get Sir Mew of Mutington. Mutington? That sounds horrible. Sir Mew of somewhere cool. With his top hat and his mustache. What was your dream about? Tell me about your dream. My sister's now talking about painting her walls. Okay. Let's get this going. So we need to go into the last one because we're making a loop and slip stitch into it. And then from then on here, we are doing 10 rounds of half double crochets in the back loops only. So in the chain here, it will be this loop on the top. And then we want to yarn over, through, yarn over, pull back through the front, yarn over again and through all 3 loops. And that is a half double. Because with a double, when you pull it back through, you'd yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over again through 2 loops, but we're going all the way through all 3. I'm guessing that says do. I don't remember what it's about, but I remember screaming in it. Oh god. I've been having some really weird dreams lately too. But mine usually consist of my boyfriend running away, which is really weird. And he has dreams where every now and then he'll have like a week or so of these weird dreams where in the dream he can't find me. Like he can't get to me, like I'm somewhere he can't go or can't get to, or he can't find me. It's really weird. I had a dream the other day that he kissed someone else because she was giving him cheese. She was feeding him cheese. And they ended up kissing about cheese. I don't know. It was weird. There was cheese. I was mad. You had a dream about bees? Oh god. What happened? I tend to remember quite a lot of my dreams, so it's weird. I like bees. I was telling my little girl the other day that if a bee's coming close to her, it's just because it thinks she's a flower, so she just needs to stand still. And then it will realise she's not a flower and run away. She starts flapping around and running and whatever, it's going to get scared as well. It's like, if it's a wasp, just run, because they're mean. No, I didn't say that. It was you in disguise, Snow! I knew it. Sneaky Snow. Sneaking into people's dreams, dressed as a bee. I knew it was you. Or was it you? Was it you in my cheese dream? Now that would be weird. Hello, Snow. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I love this yarn so much. It's so soft. And the sparkle in it is like a really thin plastic, like a really thin piece of, kind of like almost like plastic acetate that's been made really, really thin, like holographic-y and whatever. But you can kind of feel it in it, but it doesn't make it super scratchy. Like, I wouldn't use this in, say, a baby blanket or something like that, I don't think. Even though this is Baby Twinkle, maybe I would. Actually, you know what, I would, because when you hold it like this is what I'm trying to say, when you hold it like this, you can feel, you can probably hear it, maybe, you can feel the like plasticky, kind of really tiny thread, but when it's in a ball like this and you squidge it, you can't feel it, so actually I think it would be okay. It would be fine, but I probably wouldn't use it on something that a baby's gonna eat, like chew on, because they too tend to unravel a little bit. But that's just me. Yes, you were in my dream. It was you in disguise. I knew it, Snow. You were dressed as a lady stealing my boyfriend for cheese. You were just after the cheese. You were just after the cheese. Oh, I noticed it when I was crocheting on my other desk, my PC the other day, that I was doing that a lot, like tapping the bottom on there. I was being chased by bees, and then I stopped by a guy in a garage where he sprayed them with water, and he said he just stopped them to chase me instead. Then he turned into a giant bee man and chased me. I think he got me. Oh my goodness. That's a crazy dream. And you think he got you? Oh god. That's no fun. It's always best to wake up before they get you. I mean, you don't really have a choice, but it always annoys me in a dream when I get woken up before like the good bits just happened. And then I'm like, no! And I try and close my eyes and lay back down, and I'm thinking about what happened in the dream and what could happen next. But you never get back to sleep and go back into the dream. It's ruined. Hopefully you don't have any more bee related dreams. If you do, they're nice ones. Oh my god, please. So I have my phone on loud in case the school ring me. I always do it, just in case I'm like in another room from where my phone is and the school ring me because the kids need me or whatever. But oh my god, my mum and sister are having like a huge conversation about wallpaper. Like, oh. Leave me out of it. I think it's one of those garages where you can self-wash your car. Oh, I see. Like a car wash, where the guy turns into a bee and chases you home. I think I'd have been very scared. It sounds very, very creepy. It's amazing what your mind can do. I think dreams are amazing. It's crazy what your mind can make you think is going on. Because obviously as well at the time, most of the time you don't know it's a dream, you think it's real. Or at least like as real as it can be at that time. It's so crazy what your mind can do. And how much power your mind has. Very interesting. I used to have one of those books when I was younger that was like, what was it now? It was like figuring out what your dreams mean. I remember I didn't have it. My mum had it, but I remember reading it and it was really interesting. Kind of like subconscious level. I'm not sure how much of it was right, but it was an intriguing theory. It's like the tarot cards. I have some tarot cards. I'd love to learn how to do it. My mum bought me them for Christmas because she said something like apparently you're not meant to buy your own. You're meant to be gifted them. I don't know. My mum's into all that kind of spirituality stuff. I find it really interesting. Maybe not necessarily believe in some of it, but I find it really interesting. So I'd love to know how to do it just so I could try it. We could do tarot readings on stream. I saw somebody do that the other day. This creative streamer that I follow that does a lot of crochet. She does some leather work. She did a tarot card kind of like stream. It was really interesting. I think dreams are symbolises of what's going to happen. Possibly. I think definitely some of them are a way of your brain processing stuff that's happened to you, like whether in that day or that week. I think it's definitely your brain processing some of it. It seems that way. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the time I feel quite a lot of deja vu throughout the days. Daxton, thank you for the host, my love. I do get a lot of deja vu, and I think to myself, could that have been from a dream? Is that like a dream I don't remember? Because there's probably a lot of dreams that I've had that I just don't know I've had them, and I'm like, But my brain's like, we've done this. Yeah, visions of what's going to happen. Your head is bruised. No. Why? What did you do? I hope you're okay. That sounds rubbish. It's really interesting though, Wolfman. I'm really intrigued by all of it. Really intrigued. I was looking at, what was I looking at the other day? I think it was pagan stuff and like witches. Because it just really, really fascinates me. Because I love all kind of witch stuff and elf stuff, like in a fantasy kind of context. So it really intrigues me, kind of real life things like that. Because I was watching these YouTube videos, I don't know how I found them, about these people that have made grimoires. So it's like all their magic spells and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I would love to do one of those. Not necessarily because I think I'm a witch and I can do magic, but just the look of it and putting the time into it and learning about all that stuff just looked like so much fun. I love stuff like that, like a big leather-bound book with like parchment pages and all these witchy spells. Oh, it gets me going. I'm an enthusiastic witchy unwitch. I ended up twatting someone yesterday. Oh god. Is it a you should see the other guy kind of TV? Well, I hope you're okay, and I hope you're not in too much trouble. My goodness me. Visions, yeah, visions. Very intriguing. I need to try out, so I've got another camera, this is a C920, and I have a 560 or whatever it is, but we got given another C920, so I need to try it out and actually see what the quality is like, because it's from an old office, so I have to see. I need to try that out actually. They threw an egg at the window, so I made an example of the little show in front of their mates. Oh god. Thankfully, well, I say this, we don't get stuff like that. We've had some, like, break the car window. But not, and you get the odd ones in the summer where they'll, like, run up and down the road, because we live on quite a long road. They'll run up and down and, like, knock on everyone's windows, but thankfully nothing kind of gets thrown at the house. If they do, just clean it. I'm not a very confrontational person though. That's not really who I am. I couldn't do that. I couldn't go out and say something. Happens often, once a week at least lately. Knocking, bashing, the occasional egg. Oh god. Yeah, that'd drive me crazy. It's not that bad here. Like, thankfully, it's like maybe once every 6 months. You hear them running up and down, and you're like, it's funny because you can hear them further down the street running and knocking, and you're like, right, we're gonna get a knock on the window. It's just when you don't hear them, it just, like, I don't mind, because I remember doing it, like, you know, knocking on stuff. I had friends that did it. I never really did it again, because I was too wimpy to do that. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, the only time it kind of scares me is when I don't know that it's going to be happening, and then you just hear this knock on the window, and you're like, oh, and it gives me a heart attack. When I know they're coming because I can hear them, I just laugh. Bothered. But if it was happening all the time, it'd drive me crazy. The police are useless. A lot of them are stretched and underfunded, unfortunately, which kind of makes them have to deal with certain things, and other things get put on the back burner, unfortunately. We're quite lucky here because we have a lot of community support officers and stuff like that who are constantly on foot patrolling around the area, especially in the nicer weather. You see them a lot, and horses and stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty good here, thankfully. I mean, it's the same everywhere. You get it everywhere. It's just kids that are bored, basically. They've got nothing to do. I have dreams about past loved ones that have passed on. I like to believe they're saying that we are okay. Yeah, see, that's lovely. I like that. They can be very reassuring. Very reassuring. I think that's why, like, a lot of the reason why, for example, like, my mum started going to mediums was probably after, like, my granddad died, and she was going for a bit of comfort, really. Now it's because she wants to, I think she wants to see if she can do it herself. But she doesn't have, they have like a session after the mediumship thing, where you can kind of try some different techniques to see if you could possibly do it, or see if you could get any kind of messages or anything, which is really interesting. Because I don't know how much of that I believe. Like, you know, people are free to do what they like, and it'd be cool to believe something like that. Like, the thought of it intrigues me. Because I don't know what happens in the afterlife. I've got no idea. I don't particularly believe in God. That's just me personally. But knowing that there's something out there seems pretty good to me. It's nice to have something like that. It's reassuring, and I think that's what a lot of that is. Like you say with the dreams. You know, your mind is helping you and say, you know what, we're okay. You don't need to worry. And it's nice. Especially in a world where there's so much anger and hatred and fighting and all that stuff. It's nice, even when sometimes your brain can be like, you know what, it's okay. You're okay. It's nice. Oh, it's hurting my neck sitting here though. I need like to go to like a chiropractor and get my neck cricked, I think. My neck just seems to hurt all the time. It doesn't help that these headphones are ginormous. What's everybody doing for the rest of the day? What are all your guys' plans? I think after this I need to tidy the kitchen yet again. And then I'm either going to crochet a little bit more. See, the thing is, we're kind of on like emergency electric here at the minute, so I don't want to use the PC too much, because if it was up to me I'd probably sit here and play some Terraria or some RuneScape or something for a bit, but I'm kind of trying to stay off the PC until I can go and get some more electric. So I might just turn the PC off and watch some things on Netflix once I've finished cleaning. Do some crochet stuffs. I want to make some new patterns actually. Maybe I'll write a pattern or something. Start doing that. Dinner has been had. Work. Oh god. Well, hopefully you have a good day at work. Hopefully it's not too bad, too crazy, or too quiet. I used to prefer busier days at work because the work day would go so much faster when it was busy. When it was quiet, we'd all just be stood around bored going, well, what can we do now? Might enjoy the warm weather. Ooh. What did you have for your dinner, Lilac? Something delicious, no doubt. taco mince and Asian salad, so good. Oh, you always have such nice things to do. I don't know what I'm going to have for my lunch today. Yesterday I had jacket potatoes with cheese, but I used the jacket potatoes I used the rest of the potatoes last night because they were kind of on the turn, and I had no rice for my curry, so we had, well, I didn't have a lot, so we had a little bit of rice and then some chips with a chicken korma last night. It was really nice. But I don't know what I'm going to have for my lunch today. Oh, I know what we've got. So I've seen a lot in America, you have like pizza pockets, those kind of things, like just little tiny pizza things that you put in the oven. And I've not really seen anything like that over here. And then in Tesco over the weekend, I saw this pack and it was £1. This is what made me get it because it was so friggin' cheap. And it's like these little, like, they're like that big, they're not that little, they're quite big. Of these like pepperoni pizza pocket things, and I was like, oh. So I got them and we had them on the weekend because we had a bit of a pizza party with the kids where we just kind of get a few things and some treats and all sit and watch a movie together and eat those. And I bought them and they were so good. Oh, they were amazing. They almost look like little like pasties, but inside they've got pizza stuff. Oh, so tasty. Maybe I'll have some of those for lunch. That'd be a bit naughty for lunch though. I don't really mind. Oh, it was. It sounds so good. What have we got? I'm trying to think of what we're going to have for tea. So I've got chicken, I've got gammon, and we've got sausages. The problem is with any of those is I don't have any like potatoes or rice to go with them, like any carbs. Just kind of standard. So I mean, I've got some pasta. The problem with that is Nathan tends to take pasta for his lunch at work every day, so he doesn't want to come home and then have pasta again. So I could do pasta for me and Boo though, and he could have, we've got eggs. Ooh, I might make an omelette. Can I explain how pounds work in American money? So a pound is £1 in dollars. So one of our pounds is worth $1.4. So what's that, like $1.40 or whatever? So we have pounds and pennies. A penny is, I guess, what you would class as a cent. Is there like, so we have 100 pennies in a pound. So do you have like 100 cents in a dollar? I would assume. And then that's kind of just what we have. And then we have bigger coins that are just, rather than carrying 20 pennies, we have a 20p coin. Rather than carrying 50 pennies, we have a 50p coin. Yeah, and that's how that works. Because I know in America you have like dimes and nickels, and I have no idea how any of that works. Ours is literally like, you want 20 pennies, or you can have one coin that is worth 20p. You could have 100 pennies, or you could have one coin that's worth a pound, which is 100 pennies. One dime is 10 pennies. Ah, see, we just call them, it's funny because that's what I mean. Like, we used to have, in the olden days, we'd have like a, what was it now? It's like a farthing or something, which was worth so much, but it's easier now because it's just like, oh, a 10p is worth 10 pennies. I could understand a quarter being 25 pennies, that makes sense, because it's a quarter. But the dime just, yeah, we would just call that 10p. Which to me I find easier because it is what it is. It is 10p, so it's 10p. I'll see if I've got some. Hang on, I might have some things. Let me show you. It's interesting. Is American money worth more? It's worth, well, so it's £1 is worth $1.40. So what I would buy for a pound, you would buy for $1.40. There you go. That's a 2p. That's a really old 2p, as you can see. Let's see where it's from. It has a date on it. 1971. That penny. So that penny is what, 47 7 years old. There you go. That's a penny that's 47 years old. Almost twice my own age. That's a 10p. It just has on the back at the top, it says 10 pence. But these are the new ones, where if you have all of the new ones, there's a bit more. If you have all of the new pennies, they actually, the backs of them all join together to make a shield. See the designs on the back? If you have all of them, like one of each coin with the new back, you can place them all together and it'll make a shield. It's pretty cool. And then they're the old ones with like the crest on and they still have the Queen's face on. Let me see. You can see that one a bit better. Has the Queen's face. Very shiny. This one is, oh, that's from 2001, so that one's not as old. That one's from 1970. Yeah. Yeah, you have to exchange it, of course. That's what I looked up, just the exchange rate. At the moment is 1/140, so. Yes, it is the English Money Show. It's all the money I have. Like 20p. 70 years. Hello, Milky Adventures. How are you doing? It is cool. I like looking at different people's like different currency and stuff. When I've got some euros somewhere from when I went to Paris. I like keeping a couple just because they're cool to look at. Intriguing. Very intriguing. The euros kind of works the same as pounds, really. It doesn't have, as far as I know, it doesn't have dimes or anything like that. No, or like an equivalent. I mean, it just has like, you know, you just have 1 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cents. They're just cents instead of pounds. And obviously they have an exchange rate, but they're not worth the same. But the increments and the coins are kind of similar numbers. Yeah. I just find it very intriguing. I have 50p in my pocket. Such wealth! You have more than me. I have like, what was that? Like 15p I have. 15p. That wouldn't even get me a Freddo nowadays. Back in the day I could have got a Freddo with that. Or a Chomp. Or a Fudge. Oh. If I had another 5p I could have got a Curly Whirly. I had some of them the other day. Ah. Oh. Now it's bringing back the memories of chocolates. I bought some Curly Whirlies the other day. And put them in the freezer. And then as you eat them, the caramel melts. Oh, frozen Curly Whirly is where it's at. And frozen Milky Ways. I used to do that at work. Where we used to work was like a cafe in a theme park. And so sometimes I'd work in the cafe, sometimes I'd work other places. But when we were in the cafe, we'd always get some Milky Ways and stick them in the freezer for our afternoon break. So good. Back in yours days. So we're not that old. I'm not that old. But because I have children, when I say things that have like happened and stuff, and they're like, "What? I've never even heard of that." They haven't heard of bands like Girls Aloud, and I'm like, I am not that old. How do you not know who these people are? It makes me feel a lot older than I am. You know, if we went into a shop, my daughter would not choose a Chomp or a Curly Whirly. But when I was a kid, that was the go-to. But prices have gone up a lot since I was a kid. That's what I mean, is back in my day. Used to get penny sweets back in my day. You could have a 10p mix and get 10 sweets. Nowadays, I don't even think you get, like, the pick mix that's in Tesco's like £4. And you don't get 400 sweets. Definitely changed a lot. I miss penny sweets too. I used to go and visit my grandma and granddad. And we'd stay over, and then in the morning they'd go to the shop to get the paper. And I'd get like a 20p mix. And it'd have fruit salads and blackjacks and jazzies or whatever, the little white chocolate white mice. So good, and you'd get 20 of them. And the Hubba Bubba bubblegum, not Hubba Bubba, What was the other one? Because the Hubba Bubba is the really fruity one you used to get in packets. I can't remember what the individual chewing gum ones you used to get where, but yeah. Like my daughter's never had a Pick a Mix. I'm like, what? In a little paper bag. You'd go home and you'd see what you got in it because you just got a mix, so they just took anything in. Me and my sister would always swap if we got something that... Me and my sister, thankfully, tended to kind of like... Usually if she didn't like it, I did. And then if I didn't like it, she did. So we could swap all the stuff like that. And she's only a year younger than me, so... yeah, we hung out a lot, obviously. We hung out a lot. We were sisters, of course we hung out a lot. But what I mean is, you know, we used to be able to share things like that. So that was nice. Yeah, I remember doing all of that. Seems like a long time ago, even though it wasn't. What was your favourite penny sweet? Mine was probably fruit salads and blackjacks. They're my favourites. Most definitely. Not today, anyway. Oh, thank God. So my sister's boyfriend broke his leg on Saturday playing football. And they were worried that he was going to have an operation because the words they used were he snapped his leg. Not broke it, he snapped it. Like both of his tib and fib. So, they sent him to a different hospital. He's been in hospital like 3 days while they monitored it. And thankfully he's allowed to come home today, and he's not so far had to have an operation. He's got to keep the pot on for a couple of weeks and then go back. So my sister was just saying he's got to go back in a couple of weeks just to make sure if it's not healing properly, he's going to have an operation then. But hopefully he's alright. And they said he's very, very lucky because apparently the guy in the bed next door to him had done the same thing, and he had pins put in his. And he was in a lot of pain. Poor guy. So, yay. I think he's doing some crafts with dream catchers and leather work. Ooh. That sounds like fun. I was going to crochet dream catcher. I've got these hoops. So I've done some cross stitching stuff before. Thank you guys. Yeah, he should be alright. He's just gonna have to take a lot of time off work. So I did some cross stitching stuff. I've like cross stitched my Minecraft skin and stuff. And I asked my mum for some hoops because I didn't have any. And she got me these, but they're like decorative ones, really. So I don't know what to do with them. So I'm wondering whether to, take out this middle hoop and maybe do some kind of crochet thing in there. I mean, we could always do a cross stitch in it as well and leave it in, but yeah, I'm trying to decide what to do with them. Maybe like a dream catcher or something. But I have a smaller one. This is just the bigger one. Because this isn't actually like holding any tension or anything. This is just, you just screw it on and off. And this just pops out. It's not a proper hoop, but it's pretty. So I'd like to find something to do with it. Yeah, he should be fine. He's alright. He's just obviously glad he doesn't have to have an operation. It was just a bit of a shock. My sister was like, yeah, he just rang me up and said, so yeah, I've broken my leg. Bye, Super Clopez. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a great day. Have a lovely day. Hopefully work isn't too bad. Have fun. Toodles! Toodaloo! Tally-ho! Toodle pip! Like making shoes or slippers. Ooh! I tried to make toddler shoes before. I made some like little toddler Mary Janes. But whenever I make something, I can never make two the same size. So, like, even all of these, like, one of their arms is always bigger than the other one, and I don't know why. So when I make shoes, one is always slightly bigger than the other. But I do want to try and make myself some socks. I think that would be cool. That would be nice. But I've never worked with like leather or anything like that. Because the girl that I watched do the tarot card readings does some leather work. She was making like purses and these like leather bound books, and they looked so cool. I just don't have space to actually do any other crafts. Like, I want to get some Fimo clay because I have a load of crochet hooks that I can't use because the handles are too thin and my hands just won't let me use them without hurting. Hi Yummy Rocks, how are you? So I'm hoping I want to grab some polymer clay and make some handles for them. They're not going to be anything elaborate, it's just going to be very simple, just trying it out. But then I'm like, I could make, thank you very much for the follow, how are you doing today? I'm like, I could make little stitch markers out of clay, and I could try and do this and try and do that. And then I'm like, no, you've got enough in the house. You do crochet, knitting, sewing, friggin' cross stitching. You did some 3D diamond painting. What more on earth do you want to do, woman? Stop it with the crafts. I had to stop doing paper crafts because I'm like, man, I don't have the space. I need a craft house, not just a craft room. I need a craft house. I need a studio. That'd be cool. You good? Good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I'm having a really good day. We are making bows today, some crochet bows. So usually I crochet on a Monday and a Tuesday. I didn't crochet yesterday because I'm waiting for some things I ordered to come. But today I thought we would anyway. Normally I have Wednesday off, and then I'll stream a game on Thursday, and I dual stream with my lovely friend Lilac on Friday, where we play a game. Sometimes we actually crochet on there too. And we're going to do some felt streams as well, which is fun. So it's a very varied stream if you're new here. Just to give you the heads up, it's a very kind of variety stream. We do all kinds of games, all kinds of crafts, all kinds of stuffs. So today I thought we'd make some bows. So we made this bow this morning. I'm just trying to hide it so you can see the proper colours. We made this little bow. It's very, very cute. And then Chat chose to make one of these kind of bows. Although they've been in a bag, so they're a little bit not in proper form. We're going to make one of these little bows. One of these. And they chose the yarn, so we're using this yarn, which is like a baby pink with little purple bits, and it's also sparkly. So yeah, the bows look spectacular. Thank you very much. That's such a lovely thing for you to say. Thank you. Yeah, we make a lot of different things. I don't normally make the bows on stream. I make those off stream. I'm actually trying to get a bit of a stock of them because my kids keep stealing them, and we're hoping to set up. This is not me being a sellout, I'm just explaining. Setting up shop and stuff at some point, so trying to get some of those. But normally, recently, we've been doing a lot of Pokemon. So we have Pikachu, Charmander and Squirtle, and then over on my desk I also have Eevee and Bulbasaur, and then we made a very dapper Mew. Most of the characters end up with mustaches and eyebrows. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like them. Very glad. There's a couple of other colours combos that I've done that I'm not too happy with, so they probably are just going to end up being recycled, cut up and turned into something else. But yeah, these ones I'm pretty happy with. I bought a lot of greens and blues, pinks and purples to make them kind of mermaidy-ish. Thank you very much, you're very kind. Do you do any crafty things, Yummy Rocks? Do you do anything crafty, creative? What do you do? Tell me about yourself. If you want to, obviously you don't have to. You can tell me to shove off. Mind my own business. I'm so used to saying, tell me all the things. How many rows have we done? I don't know. Give me some more yarn. Da 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 da. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I still haven't decided what I'm going to have for lunch. You know what? Stuff it. I think I'm just going to have those pizza things. I'm just going to be really terrible and have those pizza things. I don't even care. I don't really have much salad in. I've only got cucumber, so maybe I'll have some cucumber with them. Maybe. Shade your Twitch stream on my Twitter, show some love, so hopefully people come. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Tweets do help. So thank you very much. Yes, pizza things sound good. I don't know what I'm going to do for tea, but oh god. Do I... No. I'm trying to stay away from the shop, at least until tomorrow, so I don't stream on a Wednesday. And I've got to go and buy some birthday presents. So, I'm trying to stay away from the shop till tomorrow. Otherwise I'd go and get some potatoes or something, but... I think I'll do omelettes for tea. Or like, we've got beans, maybe we'll just have scrambled egg on toast. Kiddo likes that, so we'll go with that. You want to introduce yourself? Your name is Zach. Well, hello, Zach. My name is Sam. You can just call me Sam. You can call me whatever you want, as long as it's kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more row. And then this is done. And then I think I'm going to put this bond together. And then I think that will be me done for the day. So I don't stream very long in the morning sometimes. Sometimes we stream a bit longer. Sometimes we don't. Depends on how I feel. And you too. It's very lovely to meet you. We're very happy to have you here. I need to do a stream where where we do another, like, we do normal songs, not copyright free ones, so we can have a good sing along. The problem at the moment is I am uploading these videos onto YouTube, so makes it a bit tricky. Although, to be fair, from what I've seen so far, they don't copyright strike my video, they don't take it down. It just says it has copyright infringement, so I can't monetize it. And to be fair, none of my videos are monetized anyway, so... And from what someone said, I can have as many of those infringements as, not as I want, but you can kind of have loads of them and it doesn't really make any difference. Because I was worried that that would take down the channel, but no, they're not actually copyright strikes. It's just the music companies being like, you know, we know your music's in your video, we're not going to tell you to take it down, but you can't monetize it, which is fine by me, because as I said, they're not monetized anyway. Thank you. That's very kind things for you to say. What a lovely thing to say. I try to bring some creativity and some happiness to some people. If I can make one person smile, then I've done a good job. We do like jokes and joke of the day to try and, you know, get some laughter in the world. We need more laughter in the world. And then you have to listen to my awful singing, so but yes, that's very, very kind. You're crocheting and listening. I'm not surprised. What are you crocheting? Joke of the week. Shh! Don't call me out! Shh! It's going to become joke of the month. Surprised Zia hasn't told me off yet. Oh, the baby rug, of course. If you guys haven't, make sure you go and follow Lilac as well. She does crochet streams and creative streams, and she does all different kinds of things like that. She is a very positive person. There's a lot of positivity in her stream. Yeah, she plays games too. This is the Lilac that I stream with on a Friday. Me and Lilac do a dual stream on a Friday, which is a lot of fun. Hashtag Funtime Friday. So, but yes, Yummy, you're up. So this is very, very sweet of you to say. Thank you so much for having me on the stream. Oh, you're very welcome. Everybody is welcome here. As long as you're kind and nice, then you're always welcome. We just don't want any meanie beanies. There you go, see? It's a good joker today. Looks green and sits crying in a corner. The Incredible Sulk. Yes, of course I can. There you go, she has her own thing. She's very talented and very awesome, and I love her dearly. She's Australian, so she has an amazing accent. Better than mine. Good eye, mate. Right. Pinch, 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 pinch. I saw one of these the other day where the person had pinched it the other way. I wonder if I could do that. Yeah, I could, I guess, kind of get away with doing that. They made theirs a bit bigger though, and they did it in kind of Minnie Mouse colours and had a little Minnie Mouse thing in the middle. I actually saved the picture so that I could try and do it. Like with the, I think it was the same person that did the bunny one that I remade with the pom-pom to make the bunny tail and the bunny ears. I think it was that person. This is why I got rid of Pinterest, because I get inspired by so many different people that I just want to try everything. But then it's just happening again on Instagram. I have no time to do anything. That's not possible. Lilac, you know that's not possible. You know I love your face. Oh, I love it. Oh, Ruby saw the your magnet on the fridge for the first time this weekend. And she was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I was like, yeah, it is. You're holding up one of Ella's pieces of work at the moment. Like, hell yeah. Isn't it awesome? Not altogether got rid of Pinterest. You're following her. Oh, well, thank you very much. You won't regret it. She's awesome. Not altogether got rid of Pinterest. Just got rid of the app off my phone. Because I was spending too much time on it, and I was like pinning everything. I got rid of WordPress because I didn't have the space for WordPress, to be fair, and I kind of need that back because that's why I haven't done any recent blog posts, which is what I need to do. Because the little laptop tablet thing is pretty dead at the moment. It's broken. But yeah, I had to take it off my phone because I was spending too much time pinning everything and not enough time making stuff. There we go. It's a bit scrunched at the top. Scrunched is a word. Word of the day. Scrunched. I'd probably put it that way around. There we go. A little sparkly bow. I'm trying to kind of like hide it so that you can see it, but hang on. Let's see. Video capture device properties. Let's put the autofocus on, although this thing never friggin' works. Let's see. Yeah! Oh, there we go. There it is. You can kind of see the sparkle when it autofocuses. It's trying to autofocus on the animals behind because they have faces. Stop it. There we go. You can see the sparkles in it. Very cute. Doing a colouring book right now called Designing Colours, and it's a book full of designs. Very nice. I have a couple of colouring books actually. We were going to do some of that on stream because I can't draw. It is shiny, it is sparkly. So I love this yarn so much. Yeah, what was I going to say? I have a colouring book that I was going to do because I can't really draw, so I figured I have a couple that my kids have got me. I figured that would be a good idea. Right, I think we'll start making another bow. We'll do another one because we've got some time. It's only 11:15. I'm not getting hungry yet. My teeth aren't suddenly hurting for no reason. So, again, if anybody would like to choose, if not, I will choose one. I don't mind. Shall we do another one of these, which is number 1, or shall we do one of these, which is number 2? Which one shall we do? 1 or 2? Don't worry if you don't want to pick. That's fine. I will just pick one. I just would like to let you have the option to choose. Number 2. Ooh. Because we've done a number 1. Number 3. Dang it. Let me put this focus back on. Hang on. Where's my hand? There it is. That'll do. What would number 3 be? This. And we'll just create a pile of floofs. There's always one. Okay, we'll make a number 2. Because we've done a number 1 from scratch. So cute! Imagine if Pikachu had a little... It's a giant bow. It looks like one of those JoJo bows. A huge one. A combination of both. We'll just stack them. We'll make a little stacked bow. 2. Okay, we'll do 2. What colours are we going to do? That's the tricky part. There's so many different colours. Pink and purple. Pink or purple? Green or blue? Pink or purple, green or blue? Let's have a look what I've got for you. So we have this lilac-y purple. Half and half. I'm putting some faith in my skills there. It was probably rather misplaced. Dark pink and sparkle pink. Let me get the other sparkly pink. Is it in here? So I have a bag of like sparkly yarns and variated yarns. Like this one. This is so soft. Purples. That's what I used for the other one. So we have this pink. So we could do like this purple and variated pink. This is a really light, that's actually pink, but it's got sparkles in it. All the purples! Well, we could do this. This is a sparkly lilac colour. So I could do sparkly purple. Look at this one. He's crazy. This one's like a purple that's got like a grey silver sheen to it. Anything with sparkle. Okay. That's another one that I got the other day. They have like little tiny balls at the shop for like quite cheap. Because this is one I want to try. This is cotton. I've never had cotton yarn before. But this is some cotton that I picked up, but it's black, so it's quite hard to use. Hi Hedgehog, how are you? Anything with sparkle? Okay, the purple's looking blue for you. Yeah, the camera colours. So where I sit is just in a room, and the only light that's on here is from my PC screens, or like the window. So because it's a webcam, the colours are always a bit off. You're crafting too! What are you making? What are you making? Sometimes it's better than others. Sometimes it really like overexposes and everything looks like it's bright and shiny and white. It's really weird. I've not seen any webcam pick up purple properly. Yeah, it just doesn't. It always kind of looks a bit weirdly blue. Have some amazing yarns from knitting. I can't wait till I get good enough at crochet to make some funky coloured amigurumis. Yes! Yay, that's so exciting. Become a bit of a yarn hoarder though. Like, a lot of it, I'm like, making these bows is helping me actually use up a lot of my yarn, because before I was like, I don't know what to make with this sparkle stuff, and I don't just want to waste it. I'm like, nope. So it's pretty cool. You're making resin charms and pins? Oh, that sounds amazing. I would love we were talking about I'm gonna get some Fimo like polymer clay and make some crochet hooks, because I have a load of crochet hooks I can't use because the handles are too thin. But I'm thinking like I'm just having to like kind of shrink it down a bit and not buy loads, because I don't have space to do all these different crafts, because I was going to make some little charms out of those, and I was like, no, I can't, because I'm not going to have the space. And then things like resin charms and stuff, and yes, the UV resin, that looks so cool, and I'm like, nope. I can't do it. I need to use what I've got first. Otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. Alright, let me sort these out. You have several bags. Right here at my feet, I have 3 bags of yarn. I have 2 buckets over there with yarn in, 1 drawer there, and then upstairs I actually have one of those tall standing, like, it should actually be kind of like a wash basket that you put washing in to go in the washing machine, but it's full of yarn. It's, yeah. My poor, long-suffering boyfriend feeds my yarn addiction. It's not just me. He's part of the problem. Okay, so we have, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe that purple, it does look blue, doesn't it? That purple colour's pretty accurate. I think this lighter one and this is not blue. It does look blue, but I promise you it is a really light lilac colour. I think we'll use this one. Winning! It is. At the moment I have a PC on my dining room table, but up until like a month ago it had 2 sewing machines on it. Like, whoops, and an overlocker. Whoops! My house is a hoarder's place for crafting supplies. Oh yes. Oh yes. I love it. That's why I said I need to open up a craft shop or like a craft cafe, so that people can just come. I can keep all my crap there and people can come and enjoy the craftiness and come and do crafts in a lovely cafe situation. I think that'd be amazing. 6:21 where you are. Wow. Should you not be asleep? 6:21 in the 1 in the morning? I'm using the kind you have to mix. I'd love to try UV though, and then you don't have to wait a whole day for it to cure. I watched somebody use one of those kits. It was like was it like a monthly subscription thing she got? That you got like UV, I don't know if you always got UV resin in it, or like resins, but that was what she got that week. It was like a resin, like a resin subscription box. I can't remember who it was. I'll try and find it and I'll pop it in my Discord for anyone who's in there and is interested. Yeah, that looked really cool. Like, ooh, so many subscription boxes and stuff you can get now. You just can't afford any of them. You had a bushfire in your town a few days ago. Oh no! I hope everyone's okay, Wolfman. That's scary. Thankfully we don't have anything like that. But when all the forest fires and stuff were going on, it's so scary. I'm so scared. We don't even have like earthquakes, or we don't have tornadoes or anything like that. We're pretty lucky where we are. I have a sewing machine, but I don't know how to use it. I've used mine a couple of times on my own. I made my daughter a cushion cover for a cushion, and I made her a skirt once. But I have a friend who I know now who sews a lot, so she's teaching me how to use my sewing machine, and I'm teaching her how to crochet, which is really nice. We have crafty days, and we both learnt together how to make ribbon hair bows, so that's pretty cool. It's nice to have someone to share crafty stuff with like that, and skills. So yeah, she's teaching me, because most of the time I also made, actually, I did make a crochet hook holder like roll. Let me grab it. This is like the first thing I ever sewed on my sewing machine, so please excuse all the threads everywhere. But yeah, this is what I made. I turn it the right way. And all my crochet hooks are in there. Crochet Dude, thank you for the host. Yeah, and then that just folds over and it rolls up. And then I just tie the ribbon. And I made it as just a tester because it was like the first thing I ever made, hence why like this thread is green. How you doing, Crochet Dude? Hello, love. How you doing? Yeah. But these are the hooks that I can't use anymore because the handles are way too thin for my hands. So these are the ones that I want to get some polymer clay for and turn into something better. And I'd love to make a new one of these, like a better one. But obviously if I'm turning them into polymer clay ones, then... At the moment, the rest of my hooks are stored in dragon egg dice bags that I crocheted. And that's how I store them. They all just stand up in those on my shelf. And then I can just kind of grab one when I need it. You're yarn-tastic. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. Making hair bows. Yeah, I definitely want to do my sewing machine more. I was going to stream some sewing, but it's kind of setting it all up is a bit of a pain in the bum. Hopefully soon I'll actually have a desk for my PC and it won't be on a dining room table. And then maybe I can sort it out, but it's a bit tricky. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Oh, that was lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, lots of crafting in our house. It's funny because the teacher at my kids' school was like, she's very creative, and I'm like, I would hope so. She has no choice but to be. Because our house is just full of stuff. It's great. One to the wastelands, to the highway. And yeah, so I'm not live tomorrow, but I will be live on Thursday, and we're probably going to be playing some Terraria, let's face it. I might put a little poll up on Twitter so that you guys can decide, but it'll probably be like Terraria. They are billions because I never actually finished a map where I could unlock the next one. I don't know, there's just too many games to play. It's hard to choose. What kind of games do you guys like to play? Like any game like that. MMOs, RPGs, they're all my favourites. I don't really play like first person shooters. You know, I don't play Call of Duty or anything like that. Don't really like battle royale games like PUBG and Fortnite and stuff. They're just not my kind of style of game. I like quests and fantasy and elves and little RPGs because I like making up little stories and backstories and voices and characters and all that kind of stuff. That's what I like. That's my kind of jam. So we single crochet, so you do a chain of 36, then we single crochet in every stitch. I like to do this again in the back loop because I feel like it looks neater at the end. You can do it in the normal loop, I guess, but I prefer doing it this way. I like adventure games, sandbox strategy games. Tend to spend more time trying to decide what to play than actually playing. That is exactly what I've been like the past couple of weeks. That's why I haven't played any game apart from RuneScape off stream. That's why playing Terraria last night felt so weird for me because I spend that long trying to decide, well, I could play this for an hour or I could play that. and I'll like even go to the point of loading the game up and then shutting it down and thinking, nah, actually I don't fancy playing that. And then I'm like, well, I need to go to bed now, so no time to play anything. Like adventure games, sandbox games, and strategy games. Yeah, I'm into FPS. I've only been playing Overwatch. I've been playing I've never played Overwatch, but again, I think my boyfriend tried it on that beta weekend, and he quite enjoyed it. But he likes those kind of games like CS and stuff. I'm just not into that kind of game. Anything with a quest. Give me a quest and an elf. And I'm happy. But probably like the first ever game that I played when I was a kid was RuneScape, so probably where my love of those kind of games comes from. Like the first game that I played on my own, I guess, on the PC. Before that we had PlayStations and I'd play Sonic and all that on the Sega and all those kind of games. Devil Dice 1, 2, 3, and then we played Theme Hospital and Roller Coaster Tycoon. They're a couple of my favourites too. All those type of games. Yes, Orc. I'm thinking about getting some ears actually. I really want some elf ears. 3. 4. 5. I've seen some like kind of realistic ones that are obviously like, you know, would be the same colour as my skin and they would kind of blend in with my ear. I'm like, do I want those? Or do I want these really elaborate like metal ones that look almost like an earring but all over your ear? It's really cool. I think I want some probably both. But I think I might get some real ones. If I ever do face cam, I will have to use elf ears. And I will become an elf. I'd love to make like an elf cloak with like a huge hood. That would be amazing. I'd love to do some cosplay stuff, but I just can't do that. Sandbox games like Minecraft and Spore and strategies like Total War or Civ. I think I have a Civ game, but I've never played it. I've heard they're really good. I've seen a lot of people play those. But I like sandbox games. But again, you see, even with a game like Minecraft, I tend to gravitate towards... Oh, Alexa, stop! Oh my god, that woman again. I tend to gravitate towards mod packs, because I don't play vanilla Minecraft. But even when I gravitate towards a mod pack, I'll tend to go for one that's got a quest book and a questing system. And I've never played Spore. I'm not sure what that's like, but yeah, even then I'll be like, yep, let's go for a quest book mod pack. 3, 4, 5. My sister's really into like Call of Duty and Black Ops and all those kind of things. That's the kind of game she likes. 2, 3, 4, 5. The only problem with these yarns is that this sparkly purple one is a touch thinner than this purple one, as you can see. It's quite a bit thinner, but it's working out okay, I think. So you could leave it like this and it could just be like a baby crown, or what the person suggested on the pattern was don't do the middle bit, leave it as that, and it could be a cup cozy, which I think is a really cool idea. I like that. Stick maybe like a button on the front or whatever you want on the front, or nothing, and have it as a cup cozy. I'm not too sure how many people, I see a lot of people selling cup cozies, but personally I don't use them, and I don't know anyone that does, so I wonder how much people actually use them. They're more of a Or are they more of like a decorative thing? I don't know. That'd be intriguing to know, because it might be worth... I mean, I'm probably going to make some for the shop anyway. Just to see how they do, maybe just make a couple, but yeah. I love finding things like that, like these little things that actually people seem to love. But I've just not ever used it or seen it in my life. It's like this whole secret cup cozy society. Because I've seen people make like these like insulated, it's kind of like the stuff that you use to make a scuba suit. That's what I would call it. Make them out of that for like cans and stuff. I mean, it's good if for a hot drink or a cold drink, I guess, because it's more about keeping your hands not freezing or really hot. Maybe something like that for an ice pole. Saw some people make those last summer. Like ice pole covers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's a bit of a big gap, but that's okay. Pull through here. Pull up this one. Yeah. I hope you all have lovely plans for the rest of your day. Like I've already said, I'm going to be cleaning. Lots of cleaning. Possibly writing up a blog post or setting one. I did try and put one out not too long ago and I just forgot to put it out, so I just changed the date to put out the following week and I still don't think I put it out. I'll probably just change the date and do it again. Pretty much stuck at work until I die. Oh god. RIP. Well, hopefully work's not too bad. Again, as I said earlier, I used to enjoy work when it was busy because at least there was always something to do and the day would go really fast. When it was dead, we'd just stand around bored just trying to find stuff to do, cleaning the same thing over and over. It used to drag on and on. And we didn't work shifts because of where we worked. It was just like a full day. You came in at, in like say, in the middle of the summer or at the Christmas period, you'd go in to work at like 9 o'clock and then you wouldn't finish work until 6. So some days were really long. You just, at least when it was busy, it was fast. It's 3:30 a.m. here, so I'll probably be sleeping until it's time for work. Should you not be asleep now? My goodness. 2, 3. What kind of charms are you making? 3, 4. 5. I want to make some stitch markers. That would be cool. Like my own kind of stitch markers. Probably, but the crafts are calling. Oh, I know. I know that feeling. To be fair, I haven't been going to bed till like the last 2 nights are probably the earliest I've been to bed in like a month. Usually it's like 2, 3 a.m. And then it got to the point where it was 4 a.m. and I was like, this is getting a bit ridiculous because you need to get up. I was getting up at like 7 the next day to take my kids to school. And then, you know, streaming, doing all the housework, whatever else I need to do. Not having a nap or anything and just getting on with it. And then it'd be the same the next day. And I felt fine. It was weird because I remember saying usually I can do that for a couple of days and then I'll crash on like a Saturday and just sleep all day. But I didn't. Or I'll go to bed really early at like 6 at night or something. But I didn't this time. And then the last couple of days I was like, right, I need to go to bed a bit earlier. Because I'm not doing myself any favours here. But it's hard because I like that time at night by myself. Well, it's usually me and my boyfriend, but you know, when the kids are in bed and I can, all the stuff that I need to do in the house has been done and I can just sit and craft or game or whatever by myself. I really enjoy that time and cherish it, so I try and use it the best I can. I'd rather do that than sleep. Gummy bear and gumball earrings and some word bracelets. Very cool. Very, very nice. They sound awesome. I stay up till 4 usually, but I don't get up until 12, 11, 12. Ah. Yeah, I have to be up at like no later than 8 o'clock. Usually we get up at about 7, half 7. Although yesterday we got up at 6:30 for whatever reason. My daughter's the same as me. Once we're ready, she likes to just be able to kind of, right, we're ready to go, so let's just go. Which obviously we can't do with school, because we'd get there like half an hour early and they'd be like, what on earth are you doing? So we kind of had it at the right time where if we knew that if we got up at like 8, we could get dressed, have breakfast, and then kind of go out the door. So it's been weird this week because it's been like, right, had breakfast, got dressed. Oh, it's only 8 o'clock. You've got to sit and play for half an hour. So, yeah, it's been a bit weird. What are we doing? Yeah, you're out the way, yeah. It's 5:40 where you are. Why aren't you asleep? Wait, in the morning or in the afternoon? I assume in the morning. Should all be asleep. Snoozing away. No, I love sleep. Like, I really love my sleep. But I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time if I'm sleeping sometimes, I guess. And I don't feel sleepy. Like, the reason I wasn't staying up, like, forcing myself to stay awake till 4 in the morning. I just wasn't sleepy. Because my boyfriend kept saying to me, just go to bed earlier. And I'm like, but I'm not sleepy and I'm not, like, tired the next day. My body's clearly having enough, like, sleep. My body just doesn't need any more. Junie, thank you for the host. 5:40 a.m. God. Now, have you just not gone to sleep? Or did you get up early? And are you going to be staying up? Or do you have a chance to have a bit of a sleep until you need to do things the rest of the day? Like, I could never see myself doing night work because trying to sleep in the day I just wouldn't be able to, I don't think. But I'm sure, you know, people that do it just get used to it. Maybe I would eventually, but I couldn't picture myself doing it. It's strange. Because I have a family member who does nights, and she goes to work at like 10 p.m. and then comes home at 7 in the morning. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I do better with night work. Really? Do you think so? I think once you've done it for a little bit, you'd get used to it, but I don't think I'd get on very well. That's how I am. I get home from work at 1 a.m. So right now I'm still wide awake. Yeah. See, I can understand that. That makes sense. That's what I'd be like. I'd find it really hard to wind down if I got home at like she does. She gets home at 7 in the morning. She'll get ready to take the kids to school. And I'm like, at least for the first few weeks, I'm sure she was the same. Like, you just end up staying up. Until your body realised and just kind of crashed and was like, okay. And then your body would get used to sleeping in the afternoon, I guess, and you know, you make sure that you have like blackout blinds and whatever to help you sleep. But it'd be a struggle. I was asleep, then I woke up going to bed at 6, and then I'll sleep till noon. Fair enough. I always get sleepy between about 12 and 4. See, I used to, a few months back, pretty much every day, at about either 1 p.m. or like 5 p.m. I would get super sleepy and have a nap, and it was the same every single day. And I think that it was actually the air freshener that we had, because since I've stopped turning it on, I don't get sleepy in the afternoon anymore, and I'm probably sleeping less hours now. Maybe is that one? Maybe I'm sleeping more often, sleeping less. I don't know. But yeah, whenever I put that, because it happened like over the weekend, my boyfriend turned the air freshener on because it's a plug-in one that's next door to the plug for the PC. So sometimes you'll accidentally turn it on. We turned it on, and just in the afternoon, I was just like super tired for no reason because I'd been fine all day. Sat down, had a nap, and I was like, what? And I know people use aromatherapy to help them sleep. So I'm like, At this point, it's probably psychological. Like, if I smell the air freshener, my brain's like, oh, remember when we thought it was the air freshener that was making you sleepy? I can smell the air freshener. And it's more of that than it's actually the air freshener. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. It is very strange. 1, 2. Do, get out the way. There we go. Is it raining? Sounds like it's raining. Hope not. Yeah, so that might be good for nights, you see. If I was on nights, I'd stick my air freshener on and it'd make me fall asleep at the right time. And yeah, if you're feeling sleepy around that time, that would be a good time to sleep, I guess, if you were on nights. Because then you could sleep till, say, like 10 o'clock and then go to work, or 9 o'clock and go to work for 10 and do your day. What time is it? Oh, I think we'll finish up. 4. Done a good 2 hours, so I'm happy with that. Glad we got 2.5 bows done. We did really well there. And I'm really, really liking the colour of this. I make crochet seem so easy. It took a long time. I learnt to crochet when I was in uni, so like 6 years ago. I followed YouTube channels and I put it down after first trying, and I didn't touch it again for 6 months because I could not do it. And then I picked it up again and just stuck with it, and yeah, it looks so pretty. Lilac. You know what? I think this one's going in Lilac's box because it's so freaking cute. And you can't. It's not really picking it up on the camera. I niche. I do hold my hook funky, which I was teaching my kids how to crochet, and actually my stepdaughter holds it like I do because she finds it easier than holding it the normal how other people hold their crochet hook. She holds it like I do because she finds it easier. Pretty sure it's witchcraft. It is witchcraft. I wiggle my wand around and whisper to myself and things appear. It's definitely witchcraft. I think it's exclamation mark weird. But yeah, you can't see. No! I'm not looking. Don't say that word, Snow. No, Snow. Welly wanger, welly wanger, welly wanger, welly wanger. I might try that. I've done a lot of knitting before. Yeah, I learned how to knit when I was really, really young. So I think that's why I hold it like this, because I learned how to knit first. No, don't well done him! Welly wangers! Welly wangers! Yeah. So you could always give it a go like this. I can't hold it the other way when Lilac does it the other way, where she has it like, hang on, round a finger, and they hold it like this, and they're like, boop, 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 boop. I can't do that. I hold it like I'm knitting and wrap the thing around. But yeah, maybe give that a try. Maybe give this a try. But it's so pretty. It's going to make such a pretty hair bow. And I'm just sad that you can't see the sparkles in it, because they are there. And it looks really cool. But on that note, I better finish for today and go and get something to eat. So, thank you very much for coming in, hanging out with me today. Oh my goodness, we've got so much crap everywhere. Thank you very much for coming out with me today. Thank you to everybody that has followed and hosted and all that lovely good stuff. If you haven't and you are out there, be sure to hit the follow button so you know when I go live. We do all kinds of crafts and games. It's usually crafts on a Monday and a Tuesday at this time. And then it's a game on a Thursday and a dual stream with the lovely Silent Lilac you can see in chat now. At the moment we're playing Minecraft, so it's very cool. Yeah, you can also join the Discord. There you go, Lilac, thank you, honey. You can also join the Discord if you would like to, and all the different social medias. There you go. I also upload all of my VODs from Twitch onto YouTube, so you can go and check that out at Sam After Dark. Just search for that and it's a little picture of my face. So yeah, have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have enjoyed it. Have fun at work, sleeping. Make sure you get lots of sleep. Snow, I swear to God, get out of my dreams and stop saying creepy words. Stay away from my cheese. Have a great day, guys. I love all of your faces. And I will see you on Thursday with a new joke of the day. Hold me to that. Milky Adventures, thank you for the follow. Hold me to that. There will be a new joke of the day. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Let's turn up the music so that we can have a party. Bye.